Hello everyone. Today we will be applying. Today is the dev stream number 7, if I'm not mistaken. And in this live stream, we have learned quite a few things, starting from uh, picking the models. Like we started with Flux, and we are sticking with Flux because Flux is generating really good images. Now there are few scenarios in which we haven't tested, and I feel that those might be important, like in painting. So what in painting means is you take a image, and in that image, what you do is uh, you take the image, and what you do is you select the portion of that image and then use Flux to generate those portions of the image. So that is probably coming into a next live stream that we'll be creating regarding mastering Flux or something like that. But anyways, coming back to the discussion, we started with Flux image generation, and once we were able to generate the images, we tried to animate it using various different models. And first model that we started with was Cog Video, and it did not work out well. Then we started with Stable Diffusion Video, and the video was kind of good. And not just good, we also figured out there are some parameters that we can play around with it if the model quality, if the video quality is not good, and then we can generate the video. So now today in this stream, what we are going to do is we are going to generate a story, and out of those stories we'll generate the keyframes and then animate the videos for those keyframes and then stitch the video together. So essentially today is when we will complete the live stream and get to AI generated videos. So without further delays, let's get started. So I did not realize that on one stream I did not have my video on and the audio was not there, but now it is on. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is, just a second. So first thing we are going to do is we are going to reload our Flux model, and I hope I can find it. I think this was the one which we used to generate the images, and of course one storyline we will be creating. And yeah, so this was the model. This was the notebook that we used to generate the images. So first we are going to, let me define my plan, and then we can start working on the plan. So well, my plan is like this. Just a second. I can't find my device on this. Hopefully now we'll find it. To give me a moment. For some reason can't connect my uh, notepad. Usually it works quite fast, but we don't know which one is which. I cannot find it for some reason. Let me just reconnect. Let's hope that the device shows up soon. Is this the one? No. Just a second. maybe doing something like this, maybe it will fix or not fix, we'll see. If it doesn't, then I'll then explain the process by just talking, but I would prefer if I can just show you this process. I think it should have been here already. Just this technical difficulty we are facing, connect computer, the developer need to enable, blah blah. It's all okay, but should see it now. Maybe I need to change some settings on the device. No, it seems like there is a problem. Maybe it's a cable problem. We'll try the different cable and hopefully that works. If not, then we'll just continue talking and I'll just explain by verbally. With verbs, actually, with words, I don't think it will be very clear. So that's why I think we found the device. Yeah, now it's working. So just a second, and I will pull up the notepad. Okay, so what we are going to do? Well, I'll start like this. We will start with second. Okay, so we will start like this. This video series I want to create like a day. So it will be like a funny AI video. Day in the life of coder, for example. This is the video, and this video we start with wake up. So that will be scene number one. Wake up. Then it will be you know uh, practice coding, and then it will be some weird problem is happening. For some reason I'm not able to broadcast properly. Maybe I'll restart device. Maybe this cable is also not good. So I'm just looking for another cable or we can just fix. So basically I will drop this idea of using this tab if it doesn't work now. Okay. uh, okay, fine. There is a problem. We are having some issue with this. I will continue like this. So the idea is that we will create a life of a programmer. In that we will have one will be like check-in, one would be like different stage of programming, like writing code, practice, writing code, debugging, and then releasing, and then support. So that's 6 frames. So I already see that around 20 25 seconds of duration, but all these six frames are going to be over exaggerated. So you know that's where the funny element is going to be. And then we'll create those frames, we'll animate them and put together the video. That is what we will be going after now. And feel free to comment and let me know how this idea sounds, and we'll get started on it. So first thing first, let's connect to a good instance, and then we will be uploading our model. So we have to pick up the model that we have trained for doing these things. Going to upload it here. Okay, fine. Now this will take some time for the file to upload. And we already know that we need to define where the pretend. Okay, so where do we find our LoRa, and how do we use this? I think part is missing. Oh no, it's here. Content slash LoRa. All right, so the model is ready. We'll create a new folder here for LoRa. This is super weird. I just set the folder name here. Rename folder LoRa or whatever. It's not working. Super weird. Could not fetch resource. There is a problem. Seems to me that you're facing. No? If not, we'll continue. So we have moved the file inside. We'll start with the session. So get started with this library. This is probably like third time or fourth time we are doing this notebook setup. So let me know if you have any other ideas, like questions about this, and then we'll set up the model. It's going to take some time, we know that, because it has to transfer around 30 GB. Okay, so we're still waiting for the models to be downloaded. It's a bit slower than usual. Usually these things happen much faster. Hopefully, they get recovered and get downloaded much faster. Yep, the speed has picked up again. All right, everything is ready. Let's move the pipe to CUDA. We will need to now load the LoRa model. So, anyways, pipe to CUDA is taking some time, but now it is on CUDA. It's great. Now we have to install. We did, I think, that one. Content LoRa, everything seems fine. We should be able to load it now. Astro. I don't know if it should be astronaut, but okay, let's see. Man with laptop checking into the walking into the office. Let's see. I think for initially we can set up the inference step to like low, maybe 30, because it just doesn't make that sense. Doesn't make sense for me to wait that long for the inference to happen and then not liking the image. So it's always a good idea to set the initial inference numbers to a lower number, and then we'll see. We'll see if the framing and all is fine, and if it is, then we'll just increase the quality and then download the image. So we are waiting for this to happen. Let's see how's the image. Okay, you can see that the model is doing so good. I mean, the walking into the office is okay with laptop. All that is fine. We have to say Rajesh, no? For some reason, the LoRa model does it anyways. So I have this idea, right? For the next video, we can next live series, I'll try that. And in that idea is that you have an image of like say 3 or 4 characters. I don't know how good Flux is, because Stable Diffusion was not good when it was supposed to generate 3 or 4 characters in a single image. But when it does, then you can do character recognition somehow, and then use LoRa. So for example, it will be hard, I think, unless we can somehow expose Flux internals and then realize, like, read things from there. Anyways, we will do that. Let's have a look at this image. Is it going to be the same or different? That's what we have to know. Wow, the image loading takes really long time. Okay, so so far it's good, I would say. Right, it's not bad, but this is not what we want. Maybe we want this. This is okay. Man with man holding a laptop in left hand, coffee in right hand, coffee in right hand. I don't know how to do the word wrap, but anyways, walking into an office. I mean, like, we can explain the tracing and all. Let's see how well this works. The LoRa is fantastic. I mean, like, Flux multiple characters, right? Let's have a look. flux, multiple people. It can do it. Multiple people flux exists so one flux. So it seems like somebody has released this model to do it, but it can do it. See, and if you can give specific instructions, then you can map it out with some simple models, like simple binary classification, like image detection and classification model. So you can detect the face, you can classify, and then apply your LoRa selectively into those zones of the face. Maybe that will work. But I think that is a bigger thing that we can do it in this video. But let's see if everything works well, and if there is enough demand for it, why not? I will do that. Okay, so this works. Okay, man is walking, coffee in right hand, laptop is on left hand, and you can see that the fingers and those things are also very good. I don't think there is any problem. Coffee in right hand, wearing sun glasses. Rather than say man, you can say astronaut. I don't know. Because like see the astronaut is like ludicrous at sometimes, because you know that normal people will never get into that kind of zone. Like you will, when do you wear this astronaut suit ever, right? So that's why these kind of images make a lot of sense, like make it a lot of funny thing. And also when you look at the video, you realize that hey, this is completely AI generated. So that's why I think it's very famous, and I also like it. And we also try to generate in that way. Something is not right, because I said astronaut. I think is the spelling correct? Spelling is not correct. That's first problem. Walking into office, maybe. First, let's see if the astronaut can be generated. Then we'll see what to do. Still, I think the 30 is a bit high, and we can even go lower, like try 15 or something, or 10. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Walking into space to a futuristic office. Okay, let's see how's the image. What does Flux think is a futuristic office? This office is not futuristic. This is the time, probably once, that I see that this image doesn't resemble me. You know, walking into a futuristic office. Let's change the seat. I think the prompt is okay. Maybe we just need to change the seat and see how's the output. So one thing you realize that you don't have to use uh, you don't have to always play with the prompt, because sometimes the prompt might be good, but the model somehow kind of messes up the output, and then you need to, in that case, you can just change the seed and try it again. Okay, I think it's getting diluted a bit. Rajesh astronaut holding a laptop in left hand, coffee in right hand, wearing sunglasses. Let's see, maybe drop the sunglasses thing, because, like, maybe sunglasses have its own weight and stuff like that, which will be difficult to control via prompt. So we were discussing about that like last time when we saw the Batman images. Like whenever you're generating Batman images, you don't they did not seem to lose the mask. So that's the problem. Okay, let's see how's the image. Hmm. And then what we realized was if you talk about face and stuff, then it knows that face has to be visible. Uh, Intense look. I don't think we even need to do 30. Yeah. Next time I'm going to set like 15, because initially we are just in very very early exploratory mode and it doesn't make any sense to do the image thing too much. So that's what one of the things that I'm realizing with these image generating models. Some of the keywords have a lot of weightage and we need to use them very carefully, or you need to counterbalance it with whatever you want. Like see, whenever you did that, you see, the problem is it has extra limbs. So I don't know how to fix that right now, unless like by changing this, um, except by changing the seed. So that's what we are saying, right? You say astronaut, then the model knows that the face has to be covered to a good extent. But then you say intense look and all, then it knows okay, face doesn't have to be covered. So most of the prompting I'm seeing is about balancing different scenarios, different things about that. Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay with that. I think this image is fine. Checking in. No, I'm just thinking, right? So this is front view, and then let's download this first. Save images, and we want to go back to models, and we'll create a new folder called storyline. All right, and let's see if that works. Just while before we proceed, I want to verify if the audio is there. I think the simplest way of doing that is without even using headphone. I can just go to audio and I can see, yeah, so audio is fine. Something is wrong with Twitch. What is that? Tool. Okay. So on StreamYard, I'm hearing that there is a problem with Twitch, but when I come here, I see that the stream is okay. It's not bad. Here on Twitch. So both of the stream on Twitch is okay, which is nice. All right. So before we go forward too much, I want to say first save this. And maybe I can increase the steps because okay, fine, we'll just first we'll generate everything. So somehow I need a way to store the prompt and see it. So I'll just use like a notebook. Just give me a second and I'll just save it somewhere. So next time we can generate the same image. Now, intense look, back camera. So that's one thing that I'm learning about, like how to do these things with good models, because like not good models, but what I mean to say is like you have a frame and then you need next frame, right? And the next frame should be like continuation of the last frame. And it's going to be very difficult to do it in the thing because you need some sort of continuation. Like I'm walking in, then the next side view, and then the next, back view. Okay, not bad. So this is like, our next frame. Save image as, save. So what if we increase the inference? I don't think anything big should change, but let's see. Because would my question is, would number of inference change anything apart from the quality of the PNG, like the image, or would it change like the image itself, right? Because the more time the model thinks, I think that it can change the model itself, like the image itself, but I'm not sure. See what image we get. Hmm. So the image is changing that we can see. Uh, where's the laptop? These things will be very difficult to do. If I go back to the last image to understand if there is a like continuation we can do. Okay, so that was the first. That was the second, right? All right, it works to a decent level. It works, of course. Maybe the background is too similar, but that's okay. I feel okay. So I think the last one was better. So now you change the inference. Like if I go back to 15, would I get the same image? That's what I would be very interested in knowing. Is there a restfulness built into it? I don't think so, but maybe it's there. Hmm. So it's the same image. So same prompt at same interface will give you the same image. Same inference will give you the same image. Okay, that's interesting to know. Back camera, maybe back view or something. Also, we have to explore this image to image pipeline with Flux, right? So Flux image to image pipeline will be good because Flux image to image. So there seems like people are doing it, but how are they doing it is what my question would be, right? So I'll have to read the documentation. Because then you can just take this image, for example. You can take my image, for example, and then say side view. The intensity is there and everything. So yeah, this is not doing, but okay. So in that case, we have to understand this pipeline again, pipe, which is coming from Flux pipeline, and do a Google search maybe. Uh, Flux pipeline, GitHub documentation. Okay, just a second. Okay, so next we are going to look at Flux pipeline GitHub documentation, and here we are looking at what are the different things we do, right? So we did call, so it can take prompt and prompt two. I don't know what is prompt two. Prompt. The prompts or prompts to guide image generation. Okay, so it can be a list. If not defined, one has to be passed prompt embed. One has to pass prompt embed. There is some embeds. What is that? Prompt embeds, right? We saw. Where is that? Prompt embeds. Okay. Pooled prompt embeds, output type. So it seems to me that somehow we have to take that image, generates its embeddings, and then pass that. That's it. Image to image. There it is. Flux pipeline control net image to image. We have to see how that works, by the way. So because that will save so much time, right? Because it will kind of generate this. I feel that it will kind of generate the consistency between the images also. We have to check. We'll see how to use this one, right? We'll just want to see this embed first. Pre-generated text embedding can be used to easily tweak text inputs. Okay. So I'm sorry. So this is a new like image dimensions I'm trying to see how to stream on all platforms properly. That would mean that Instagram and other places also. So that is something that I'm trying now. But anyways, we'll see. Flux pipelines, flux. Where did we come here for, right? Image to image pipeline. This is the one, right? So nobody has given a documentation of this. Autotalk. Flux image to image pipeline. Is there an example of this? Again, face image to image. Stable diffusion. Okay. I have to think about it how to do it in this different way. Flux control net in paint. So that's something that we will try after I'm done generating all the frames maybe. So then we know that we don't have to focus too much on intermediate keyframes now, because if that other image to image pipeline works, then it's great. Okay, so next thing is to continue generating. So first thing, I walk into the office and then I log in. Meeting, right? Okay. So Rajesh in a meeting room. Man in a meeting room. Explaining on whiteboard. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be right now. But let's see. Which the image is generated. Let's have a look. I don't know. I don't want to keep using astronaut maybe. I want to try something else like explanation, right? How do you explain? Whiteboard. scream and angry. Also, you see that, well, these are the places where I think the model is kind of breaking down a bit. Like it's capturing most of the nuances still, but from the side views and all, it's always going to be challenging because in our image we haven't trained enough with the side views. So that could be a part of the like that could be a reason for the training issues. So that's something that we realize now that whenever you are training a flux model, it will be a good idea to include. Okay, so this is a good image, I think. Uh, intense and angry. Intense and angry. Excuse me. And also we can change the inference steps if we want to have like a better image. Let's increase the inference steps to 50. I feel that the more inference you give, the more image is going to be closer to what you want, right? Maybe. So it starts with some base image that this model has in its mind. And then basically as you there's more and more inferences, it gets closer to the desired output or the prompt, right? Maybe. Maybe that's how it works. Okay, I think that image is good, you know. I feel that that image might be good. And also maybe framing, right? So maybe we'll see if we can change this framing to 16 by 9 or something. 16 by 9, we all know that pixel width, pixel height 1024. If you do one, oh, that's too high. We'll try 1200 675. Yeah, we'll try that one. So I'm not too fussed about the aspect ratio that much because we know that with a good amount of aspect ratio, like we can always when you generate. Okay, that's fine. I think just want to change something. 1200 675 guidance scale and all is fine. Interest steps, we'll keep it high for now. Height and width have to be divisible by 8, but are okay. Height and width have to be divisible by 8. So difficult now. Okay, we can try. Okay. So I'm just trying to get as close to the image as possible. Uh, so 177, 171, sorry, 178 into 8. 1424 by 800, we'll try to generate 1424 by 800. Okay, that's a good news. Yes, generating. So one of the things that we learned from the last time when we were generating the videos was if you generate with the standard like size, what happens is that if you generate a square, then it becomes very difficult to capture the whole thing when you're generating the video, because stable diffusion video generates in a certain aspect ratio, and the image has to closely match it. I feel 16 to 9 is okay. Also, if we generate it in 16 to 9, then we can scale it for HD and all without losing much details. Okay, this is good. Wow, why? Why is it like this? I made a mistake. Okay, now we'll give it a shot. See how is the image now. Okay, looking at the camera, that's also a problem. Screen, maybe. Screen, because I see that the model always struggles with that a bit. This image is a weird one. Hmm. What is this? Oh, wait. Man in meeting room explaining to whiteboard, intentionally looking at the screen, looking at the viewer. So it's so difficult to control sometimes. We have to be more, we have to learn more about flux, like how to control it. These behaviors, these minor behaviors are there, but we have to fix it in a good way. Just want to check the stream once, also on my phone. The quality of the stream is okay and all. Yeah, that's good. Okay, this is the image. Okay, I'm happy with this image as well. Save image as this is frame number two, which is like plan your day or whatever, and then comes coding. If this is a fit man, okay, man working on a man working on a laptop with high intensity, bright, dark room, bright laptop screen. These are some prompt. I'm still learning how to prompt this model properly, of course. So we will face this kind of, you know, we'll have to do a few hit and miss before we can get to that. Alright, let's see how is this image. The next one, man working on laptop with high intensity dark room, bright laptop screen. How does it look? Front view. Also, we are seeing that the controlling the view is super difficult for some reason. We may have to in future we may have to introduce a different AI model to control this kind of 3D scenes, but that seems to me going to be difficult unless we can somehow communicate within the flux, and I'm not sure if the prompt embedding or something is the way to go for that. So that's something that I will check and I will come back and report soon. So now we are getting close to end of the stream. I mean another 6.5 minutes and I'll close the stream, and we'll continue working on this in the next stream today later. But let's see how is the image generated now. Okay, so this is good. I think this is fine for now. I need more intensity, high intensity, uh, expressing rage. I don't know. These are not probably the best way to do it. It's able to get the Apple thing quite well. Actually, very very well. Also, I think some of the learnings it has taken from the images itself, like whatever. Let's have a look at the image again. So another 5 minutes and we'll stop the stream and check in later for future streams. Not open. High intensity, look, angry, and I don't know. I'm just thinking about the next one. High intensity, look, angry. The entrance thing is okay, I think. So from what I'm learning is that the flux model, the more time you give for the model, then the better image it's going to generate normally, right? So that's how it works. But we'll see. Okay. I think this is okay. Next one would be releasing man happy. I'm not sure what else to say to do releasing, right? That's the feeling. So after coding, we do releasing or maybe bug fixes. Uh, man holding a gun, large gun, looking intensely in a field. So subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified about the next stream that is going to happen in a few more days, few more hours actually. Probably in a couple of hours from now. And I have heard that Kling AI is very good for generating videos, so that's also probably a next series will come into that. I mean, this image I like, but I'm going to change the view, hopefully to front, so that it looks like it's looking at the camera, shooting at the camera, and whatnot. So I found that Stable Diffusion does very good job when the item is looking at it, but maybe it will not. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a very flattering photo actually. Okay, so now we have like four frames: entering, meeting, coding, bug fixes, and then we'll create more in the next stream then, because I have to go now, but we'll be back soon. Subscribe to my channel wherever you are seeing me, and follow me wherever you are seeing me, and then we will continue doing what we did, and we'll aim to finish the video production today. It seems a little bit difficult, but we'll see how far we can go. And let me know if you have any feedback, any comments, and uh, just a second. Let me know if you have any feedback, any comments, or any questions, and I'll be well. Thank you for joining me. Today, later, we'll continue the video production, and hopefully we can finish it today. But it sounds a little bit difficult because even if we have all the frames in the video, we also need to generate the narration and things like those, so it might take some time. But we will do what we can do today, and thank you for joining. See you soon.